Are you ready for a new adventure? Time to travel back in time, let's go! Are you ready for a new adventure? Let's learn about the past with Anna and Leo.
Hi friends! Welcome to Unlock This, a podcast from Honest History, where we join our friends Anna, Leo, and Percy on adventures through time and uncover some really cool stories along the way. My name is William. I'm 6 years old, and I love learning about history, especially new stories that I don't hear about in school. I can't wait for today's story, and I think you're gonna love it too. So let's dive in.
Leo, did you ever notice the statue in the museum?
No, it's a statue of a snake.
Don't worry, Percy. It's not a real snake. See? It's made of stone.
There's a label next to it. It says that this statue comes from the Aztec Empire.
The Aztec Empire? What was that?
It was a powerful empire that ruled parts of Mexico during the 15th and 16th centuries. That's over 500 years ago. You know, I actually just checked a book out from the library that's all about the Aztec Empire. Here, let me get it out of my backpack. See, here's the book. Now let me see if I can find some good pictures to show you. Aha! Anna, check out this page. It's a picture of the empire's capital city. It was built on an island in the middle of a huge lake.
Whoa! That city looks so cool. How did they build that?
The empire had really good engineers. The city was called Tenochtitlan. It was filled with temples, floating gardens, beautiful palaces, and thousands of people.
This is beginning to sound like an adventure. Leo, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Let's go to Tenochtitlan.
Percy, can you find something in the vault about the Aztec Empire?
Percy's running towards the cabinet in the corner.
I think he wants us to open one of the drawers.
He's pointing to this drawer. Let's see what's inside.
What is it, Leo?
Well, it's a ball?
A ball?
Yeah, well, that's what I think it is anyways. It looks pretty old. Here, catch!
Wait, I wasn't ready!
Quick, grab it before it breaks! Well, that wasn't what I was expecting.
It bounces? It reminds me of the rubber ball I used to play basketball, but it's a lot heavier.
I wonder what this ball has to do with the Aztec Empire.
Well, I think we're about to find out. Hold on, Leo. Here we go!
We're here.
There's a lot of people around. Look, there's tables set up all over this place. It looks like they're selling things.
This must be a marketplace. Tenochtitlan had tons of marketplaces throughout the city. Wow, check out these tables. They're selling corn, tomatoes, and avocados.
And this one's selling feathers. Whoa, look at that feather. It's bright green.
That looks like a quetzal feather. That's a type of bird, and it was very important to the Mesoamerican cultures.
I've never heard of that bird before. It must be beautiful. Hey, Leo, look. I think that man is trying to buy one of the feathers. But he's giving the trader beans? Can you buy things with beans here? Oh, really? Percy just said that those are cocoa beans.
That's right. The Aztec used cocoa beans as a type of currency. So you could trade beans for other things you need, like food or clothing. They also used those beans to make a chocolate drink, and this drink was an important part of the Aztec culture. Sometimes people drank it at ceremonies or before going to battle.
Wait, so did the Aztecs invent hot chocolate?
Well, the Aztec Empire was made up of many different peoples. During this time, the most dominant group of people were called the Mexica. The Mexica borrowed many things from the earlier civilizations, especially the Olmec and the Maya. The Maya had been using cocoa beans to make hot chocolate long before Mexica.
You know, I'd like to taste that chocolate drink. Do you think we can find it somewhere in the market?
I should warn you, it won't taste like hot chocolate that you're used to. You mix your chocolate with sugar and milk, but the Maya and the Aztecs didn't do that. They mix it with water and sometimes added chili so that it could get pretty spicy.
That does sound different. But I bet it would keep you very warm on a cold day.
Hey Anna, do you see that over there? There's people on boats right next to the market.
Oh yeah, I see that too. Now that I'm looking around, I think there's tiny rivers all over this city.
You're right, Anna. Those must be canals. The Aztec built tiny rivers called canals over Tenochtitlan. People use them to travel around the city. Should we jump on a boat so we can go to another part of the city?
Good idea. Leo, what's that in the distance? It's a huge building. It kind of looks like a pyramid, but it's flat at the top.
I'm not sure what that is.
Thanks, Percy. Percy said it's a temple called Temple Mayor. It looks very important.
Oh yes, that sounds familiar. Let me get my book. So my book says that the Temple Mayor was the main temple of the city. It was dedicated to the two most powerful Aztec gods, the god of war and the god of sun, and the god of rain and agriculture. The Aztecs believed in many different gods, and each god had a different role. They thought certain gods controlled the weather and even the sunrise and sunset. People also believed they needed to keep the gods happy so that they would protect them. To please the gods, the Aztecs performed ceremonies and had many rituals. Oh, my book also says they made offerings to the gods, sometimes sacrificing animals and humans. Religion was very important to the Aztec people and affected nearly every part of their lives.
That explains why they built such a beautiful temple.
Yup, in fact, there was an entire part of the city called the Sacred Precinct. It was filled with temples and other sacred buildings dedicated to different gods. Temple Mayor was at the center of this area.
Well, it looks like that's where we're heading. But what's this area right next to us? Do you see all those buildings? And there's people walking around wearing capes and jewelry. I don't see many people dressed up like that at the marketplace.
This definitely looks like a fancier part of the city. This must be where the nobles live. Aztec society was split up into different levels. At the top, there were rulers and nobles. Then, in the middle, there were farmers, traders, and craftspeople. The last level was made up of enslaved people. Usually, these people had been captured in wars or owed debts, and they had to work without pay.
Huh. So I guess life was very different depending on who you were. And I'm guessing the nobles had a pretty good life in Tenochtitlan. There's definitely a lot of big buildings in this fancier part of the city.
Should we get off the boat and explore?
Yes. Let's jump on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3!
Hi friends, are you enjoying today's episode? I'd like to take a quick break from the story to tell you about another great place to learn about the past. Honest History creates magazines and books for kids that are filled with fun stories and activities that bring history to life. From pirates to spies to great inventions and so much more, you'll learn about interesting people, places, and events from around the world that made history. Created for kids ages 6 through 12, you can sign up and receive new adventures delivered straight to your doorstep every quarter. Just visit honesthistory.co. That's honesthistory.co to sign up today. Oh, and here's a special offer for our podcast listeners. Use code UNLOCKTHIS for 10% off. Again, that special code is UNLOCKTHIS. Okay, let's get back to the story.
Leo, what is this place?
I don't know, but I think there's guards in front of that building over there. Do you see them, Anna? They have some pretty big spears. I wouldn't want to bother them.
They must be guarding something important, right? I wonder what that building is.
Let's sneak past them. Thankfully, they can't see us, remember? Okay, we're inside, but it looks like there's tons of other buildings around here.
I wonder what's through this doorway. I think I hear noises. Is that chirping? Birds! Leo, look! There's a ton of different birds here.
Whoa, Anna, do you see that one over there on the branch? It's green with a red chest.
Oh, yes, it's beautiful.
That's a quetzal. Remember? You saw its feather at the marketplace.
Wow, that is such a cool looking bird. I want to learn more about it. Leo, hand me your library book, please. Hopefully I can find something about this bird. Aha! On this page, it says that the Aztecs used their feathers to make headdresses and decorate important clothing.
Does the book say anything that can tell us where we are?
Well, thankfully we have Percy for that. He just said this area is called an aviary. Apparently, it's part of Montezuma II's palace.
Oh, so we're in Montezuma's palace. That's why there were guards at the entrance.
Who's Montezuma?
He was the Mexica ruler of the Aztec Empire, and he was very powerful. He had a huge palace close to the temple. I think I remember reading that the palace had an aviary where he kept tons of birds. Oh, there was also a garden, a zoo, and an aquarium.
A zoo? I wonder if that's around here too.
Let's try walking this way.
Wait, Leo, do you hear that?
I think it's coming from this direction, but let's be careful.
Leo, look! I think we found the zoo! There's a jaguar over there.
Whoa! And there are foxes and monkeys and... Oh, look! A snake!
Sorry, Percy. This time it is a real snake.
This zoo is huge. Let me see if my book has anything about it. It says that there were so many animals in Montezuma's zoo that they needed over 500 turkeys a day to feed them all.
That's a lot of turkeys. I hear you, Percy. This probably isn't the safest place for a mouse. Let's get away from all these hungry animals, shall we? Okay, now I think we're lost. I still can't believe how big this place is. Leo, how did Montezuma become so powerful?
Well, Montezuma was the 9th ruler of the Aztec Empire, and by the time he became leader, the empire had conquered and ruled over thousands of people. All these people paid tribute to the emperor, so he grew very wealthy. He would be one of the empire's most powerful kings, but he would also be the last.
Why? What happened?
In 1519, Spanish conquistadors arrived in Tenochtitlan. The Spanish were amazed by what they saw. Just like us, they found busy marketplaces and beautiful temples and palaces. But Montezuma soon realized the Spanish had not come to be friends. Shortly after they arrived, Spanish soldiers captured the emperor. Over the next year, the Spanish would battle the empire with the help of other indigenous people who no longer wanted to be ruled by the Mexica. By 1521, the Spanish had conquered the city.
And the empire ended? What happened to Tenochtitlan?
A lot of the city was destroyed during the battles, but Where we're standing today would eventually become Mexico City, the capital of Mexico.
Hold on a second. Leo, do you hear that?
Yes, where's that coming from?
Over here. I think it's behind this wall, but it's too high. We won't be able to climb over it. Do you see a door somewhere?
Let's follow Percy.
There's an opening here.
Whoa, Anna, do you see this?
It looks like these people are playing some sort of game. Look, these men are trying to hit something through those stone rings on the wall. Percy says this is an ancient Mesoamerican ball game.
Ball game? Ooh, I'm sure there's something in my book about this. Here, there's a picture on this page. The men in the picture are dressed just like the men in front of us. See? They have padding on their hips and elbows. They must wear that to protect themselves while they play. It says the game was an important part of the Aztec religion and culture, but they didn't invent it. Older Mesoamerican civilizations like the Olmec and Maya play this game too. My book also says the games can be very dangerous, so we should be careful.
Leo, watch out!
Phew, that was a close one. I didn't want to get hit by whatever that was.
It was a ball! Look, Leo. The men are hitting a ball through those stone rings. And the ball bounces.
Wait a second. A ball. Just like the one we found in the vault. Anna, you figured it out.
You know what that means. Hold tight, Leo. I think we're about to travel back.
Home sweet home.
That was an amazing adventure. I had no idea people drank hot chocolate, had zoos, or played ball games that long ago.
Yep, and that means the ball we found in the vault must be over 500 years old. I guess I'm glad I checked this book out from the library. It came in pretty handy.
Maybe we can head back to the library now. I want to learn more about quetzals, and I'm sure I can find a book about those birds there.
That's a great idea, Anna. Let's go.
Welcome back. That sure was a great adventure. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna tell all my friends about this amazing story. That's all for now. But if you want to learn more, be sure to check out my favorite magazine for kids, Honest History. There's a ton of stuff to learn in each issue, and I love the fun activities and questions. Bye! This episode was narrated by Nikki and JoAnn Schinderle and written by Heidi Coburn. The production was read by Robot Pirate Media. To learn more about Honest History, visit us at honesthistory.co and follow for updates on social media.